Hello everyone. So in my I'm in a quiet room right now, so I can't talk too loud, which is actually pretty good for voice training. Kind of keeps things more even keel and lower. Um, and in my quest to enlighten the world, whatever you want to call it, on what it actually feels like to be, or explaining the trans situation. Um, I'm going to go into what it feels like now that changes are starting to take place. So you can't have ups without downs. You can't have downs without ups. When people are transgender before they transition, they are living in a constant down. That is why it's called a dysphoria, as opposed to a euphoria, which is the opposite. So, for example, before when I would look in the mirror, I was filled with like self hatred. I was very, very fit for a very long time, and that was honestly a lot because I exercised to the point of exhaustion. My intention was not to be fit, it was to lose muscle that I had because I hated having muscle, I hated being bulky. That was like the bane. Oh, God, that was awful. And I looked good for a guy when I look back at photos now. I see, like, damn, like I was a hottie, but I was in fucking awful emotional pain. So, even at 3 in the morning with ratchet hair, studying, sometimes I'll look over the side, catch myself in the window, or, turn on my camera. And it's really, for me at least, it's amazing to look into a camera and or whatever and like what I look like. For a long time, I was very heavy when I was younger, and so I equated not liking being taken a photo, having photos taken of me to that. Then when I lost weight, I started taking more photos, but I still was very self-conscious about it. Um, Even if I looked healthier, and I just didn't like it. And now I'm happy. Like it's interesting. So what a lot of trans people experience is when you are, you know, we suffer from what's called gender dysphoria. So the gender that we are born as causes us a lot of pain. We don't feel like that. We don't. Um, it feels like we're constantly forced to put on an act, and to be honest, I haven't gotten over a lot of those acts. There are still a lot of very manly qualities that I have, and some of those acts were reality. Like honestly, I kind of do miss riding my motorcycle a little bit. I do miss Muay Thai from time to time, and I think I will go back eventually, but not for now. Not until I get my face redone, probably, or maybe after surgery. I'm not quite sure. But I'm just. I'll try and describe. So, gender dysphoria, when you would look in the mirror, it's just discomfort and hatred. When you see yourself in photographs, it's discomfort, it's hatred. It's like, it just makes you cringe and you don't like who you are. And it is specifically because you in the cases of gender dysphoria, it is specifically um, because of your gender is what brings you the pain, and the way that the world perceives you, the way that you feel, you know. And I was a very muscly person for a very long time, and nobody would have messed with me, but inside, I was like, I hated having like that on me because I felt like it scared people, and I didn't want that. And just it was more for being like it was more towards like being a guy, and that's just wasn't what I was going for in my life. It wasn't what I was enjoying. So I started cross dressing when I was like 11 or 12. Um, Maybe even earlier. I remember my mom would have some of my girlfriends over when I was younger. I had a lot of friends that were girls, and before I, yeah. And I remember one time my mom took them up into her bedroom and was like, "Hey, let's do nails." And they were painting their nails and stuff. And I remember thinking like, I wish I could do that. Um, and I guess it could have been just like little kids, But I remember I begged my mom, just please paint my nails. I wanted, I think, sky blue. She wouldn't do it. She put on a clear coat. That was like the compromise. She didn't want me to be made fun of, which was a good move. Um, yeah, and then I started cross dressing when I was 10, 11, maybe 12. I went out for my first time in public dressed, as a woman when I was 12 with my mom. She was very supportive with the whole issue. And what I can tell you is that when you do these cross dressing things, when you do this, you feel a sense of just glee. It's like just pure joy when you look in the mirror, and even if it's just a little bit closer to what you feel like inside, it's the level of joy is really amazing. It's just like this excitement. You're like, holy shit, I feel like a girl, ha ha ha. And it's just really, really good. It's really something. And so that's kind of what it felt like. I'm kind of when I look back, some of the first people I bought close with, some of my friends, that were girls, and I get mad at myself sometimes because I had a supportive group, and I was not in a good home situation. Um, it would not have been healthy for me to transition at that time. Um, but I could have at least come out, and maybe, maybe. I wish I'd done it sooner. And I was kept flip flopping back and forth. So I would come out, and then I would go back in the closet, and it happened like 5 or 6 times. So 12 came out when I was 12. I almost put on blockers at 14, or it was 12 or 13, until a family member came over and just ripped me to shreds. I was like, oh, back in the closet I go. And I think that was really the main one that terrified me, because I was already very fragile at that point in my life. Then of course I never went away, but I kept trying to hide it and fight it and put on more muscle and stuff like that, and just ruining myself. And yeah, until 21, when I literally could not do anything else. I was at rock bottom. Rock bottom. And there was no way to go. I had two choices, and I took the one where I was alive. But yeah, don't think about that. It's not there. It hasn't, whatever. But when I look, when I'm here now, and say I look in the mirror or something like that, and I see, a girl looking back at me. I remember when I first started to pass, and it really depends on the day, I think. Some days I pass more than others. And, some days lighting's better than other days, whatever. So I was walking through campus one day, and I looked over to the side, in a reflection, I saw a girl, and I was like, oh, that's a pretty girl. And then I looked, and I was like, oh my God, like, that's me. And just the level of joy that I felt, I just couldn't stop staring, and I might seem narcissistic, but it was like, holy shit, something's finally making sense. And, as time goes on, hormones have more and more of an effect. I'm just getting hotter and hotter. What can I say? I mean, I joke, but, yeah, but like, I sit here, and I was just walking through the hallway, and the feeling I remember what it felt like to have that muscle. I remember how restrictive it felt. I remember, um, you know, the way it altered my gait, stuff like that. And when I walk through the hallway now, and I mean, look, I mean, my arms. I'm not the skinniest person in the world, but I'm certainly no bodybuilder anymore. Thank God. Um, and fat is redistributed, so I have more of a feminine figure. Um, you know, when I look at that, and when I walk, and I do feel the difference in the way I walk, and the way, you know, and all sorts of stuff. And just that in my life is just so, brings me such joy. Um, I thought I would make this little video and post this out here, just because I'm still doing my update videos. I probably won't stop until things stop changing, but I want to do what I can to educate the world on my story, whatever, and help other people that might be going through similar stuff, or just educate people that might be interested, because we have I think we get a bad rap, and not many people actually sit down and talk with us and find out that not all of us are as crazy as we let on. I'm crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Just look through my Instagram, but I'm a cool kind of crazy, so I'm okay with that. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. I don't post these as often as I should, but I was cramming, and I needed a little break from math proofs, and I thought, why not post out another video, because it's been a little while, and at least right now, today, I was really feeling the changes and stuff, and seeing where I'm headed and stuff. So there's some days that are better than others. There's some days, but today, at this moment at least, it was a very good moment, and I said I needed to make a video. So again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.